Yanko near a district NADMO coordinator for South Meboa. South municipality. Chris Weija Bawe municipality. Mama, you want how much by Pawada Benjamin is way.
Thank you.
But you, maybe Sansem no chimu. Na where you manu bro for me, I met treat much for Mr. As we speak now, have you been able to assess the extent of damage here? Ensiono to me at the abat so.
Okay, as it stands now, sorry, good afternoon. I would like to greet your audience. Good afternoon once again. And as it stands now, the communities have been flooded, and we had the most affected areas. We have the Titegu, Ashbred, Weija, SCC, Barrier, Block Factory. And the whole community, I can say 70% of the communities have been submerged because the drains, most of the communities are to say green belt zones. So that's the way the water passes. And because people have built around their communities, we have large scale of people displaced. And as we talk now, we are on a field tour with the MC, the Director General, National Director General, and we have other rescue members on board, which we are going on a field tour and see at the site of what is going on. I feel so sorry for all the displaced victims.
It's all right. It's okay for you to feel sorry for them, but the substantive matters. Now, yesterday we had the opportunity to speak to some of the affected persons in the area. Now, every time Ghana Water Company Limited, by your margin, say, spill Weija Dam, no. NADMO, you usually go around to announce, say, Timamufono, especially those who are closer to the river pathway. No, did you do this? Did you do that this time around?
Yes, we did. We have the communication information centers in most of the areas, which we use those medium to announce to most of the people in the communities. We have about 6 of them. We have Tetegu, we have Weija, we have German, and other environs in the municipality. We use that medium to inform the people, and the information vans also went round to inform people about the spillage that will take place.
If you say that the information van went round, which specific areas did the information van go to?
He went to Ashbred, he went to Weija Oblogo, he went to Tetegu, and all the places that I've mentioned. We have a prime company that helps to build up information centers with the help of that of the assembly. Mm-hmm. So we have communication centers also erected in the communities that we use those mediums to also send out the information to the people in the community as well.
And you're sure that the information that you sent out went to the targeted people?
Of course it did. Because of the announcement, most of the people in the low-lying areas moved to stay with their relatives. The people, some of, as human as we are, some will go, some will not go. So if the information had not gone down, I believe most of them will not move. But because the information went down, most of them went. And the few that were left around, they are now the displaced victim. And I can't blame them for that because most of them will tell you that they don't have any relatives here in Accra. It's unfortunate we have this issue.
Let me get back to a statement that you made, sir. Some of the people who have their structures there have built in waterways. I know, sir, yes. The National Disaster Management Organization, you don't just wait for disasters to happen before you prevent. You also take preemptive measures. So for a period now, within the municipality, what preemptive measures have you taken? Because it's become an annual ritual. So last year, it caused havoc on another, it wrought havoc on people in the area. This year, it is wreaking havoc on the people in the area. Have you taken any preemptive measures to deal with the situation? Said a man for ɛho ɛnkɔ adwa mu wɔ bra spillage dam no?
Yeah, thank you. Most of the preventive measures is marking the buildings in waterway, talking to them, and currently, as I speak, the town and country planning. Most of the staff, when they go on the field, they see these structures. They talk to them. Some of the structures have been marked to be pulled down, and you can't just stand up and say you are pulling people's building down. You need to come into an agreement, and it is something that is ongoing. And I will leave that for now, because when that side is settled, I believe we'll talk more about that one. Aside that, education is also going down, and people are now seeing the reason why we are educating them on the main essence not to build on waterways.
The education is going down.
Of course, because we do more of preventive measures.
How impactful have the education mechanisms that you've employed been over the years?
It has been quite helpful, because if those education measures have not been put in place, I believe we're going to have large number of people than we are seeing now. But since the education have gone down well with the people who want to really safeguard their lives, most of them took heed to our advice and relocated. The few who were like, we have nowhere to go, are the people who are still there. And some also will tell you that as it stands now, we've invested in this property, so it will take a quite number of months before we can relocate. Chris, we can't hold grudge to them.
Okay, Chris, but I want to understand something. What is the level of collaboration between you, NADMO, and, for example, municipal engineers in the municipality? How do you collaborate to deal with some of these issues that you're mentioning?
Okay, we usually go on the field. Our operation guys go on the field hand in hand with some of the engineering team. When they have problems of that sort, they go with them, they see to it, they rectify that kind of complaint. And even some of the community members, also when they have problems, they come report to our office. We make sure we collaborate with the engineers on the field, so that at the end of the day, they resolve those issues. So we don't work alone. We need to work as a team.
You mentioned that when there is an issue, what kind of
issue? Individuals come to report that this person has built, and the person has, let's say, does not have free flow of water. Some also leave their waste on the waterway, and there are petty, rivalry between landlords. All those things, when it comes to the assembly, some of them report to the NADMO office, and in turn, we also, with our operation staff, work hand in hand with the engineers and the other stakeholders that we're supposed to work with.
You mentioned that you deal with these issues. How do you deal with these issues?
Some of the work at hand is purely engineering work. And if it is a pure engineering work, we need to deal with the assembly engineers so they can assist based on recommendations that will be given. That's why I said we work hand in hand with the engineers and the municipality, so we resolve issues.
I know that as you work with the engineering department of the municipality, and you also mentioned that there are a lot of structures that have been marked to be demolished. Can you share with us the number of structures within the municipality that have been marked to be demolished?
For that one, I'll leave that to the engineers. When you come to the office, I believe we'll go to the field and we'll sort that one out.
So you cannot tell us the number of structures that have been built in waterways in the area that are supposed to be demolished?
As of now, I can't be factual and tell you XXX. But when you come to the office, we'll go around, we'll go to the field, and you have a very good look at it, so that, pictures speaks louder than words. It will be fair for you to see it yourself.
Chris, so what are you doing to those people who have been affected now?
As it stands, I told you the NADMO Director General, the MCE, we are currently at the beach, Bojo Beach, where the estuary is. we are having a look at what is going on and the level of water that is going down. So at the end of the day, whatever the Director General of NADMO has for us, we would let the information go down to all the displaced victims in the communities.
Did you ever anticipate any damage to this extent? Because I believe that the Ghana Water Company Limited notified you of its intent to spill the excess water in the Weija Dam.
Yeah. Yes, please.
Did you anticipate damages to this extent?
We never anticipated to this extent. But as it stands now, the water level over the years has risen. This is according to Ghana Water. This year has been the highest level of the dam, and which means the need to spill the dam. So we never anticipated to be on this large masses. But as it stands now, there's nothing we can do. We need to save the people in the community and also save the dam. So the need for the spillage. But
the final question that I would want to ask you is, aside the pre-planning, which involved pre-communication leading to the spillage of the dam, what other measures did you put in place to remediate the impact of the spillage of the dam on the victims? Because obviously you knew people will be affected with the spillage. Did you put in place any measure to help those who will be affected?
Okay. As it stands, we had several safe havens that we put in place that we can relocate displaced victims. And some of the safe havens are at Tetegu, some is at the Weija ITS, some is at the Oblogo. So all those places are places that the assemblymen know, and the people in the community have contacted the assemblymen and they have been rescued there. As we speak now, we have yesterday we had the 48 engineers, and today rescue department from national and regional, they also supported in rescuing the people. So that's what we put in place. So as of now, those who are displaced, some of them are at the safe havens, and we'll try to take care of them.
How many of these people who have been affected are these displaced havens?
Over 2,000.
Over 2,000?
Yes.
And you say that you're going to take care of all of them?
Definitely, if not 100%, the little that the office can help, we will do that.
Is the office in that capacity to help the number of people who have been affected?
We will do our possible best.
I know you will do your possible best, but I'm asking whether you have the capacity to help the people who have been affected. You just mentioned about 2,000 people at the safe havens that you created. And I want to find out whether, as NADMO, you have the capacity to help these people out.
I can't say anything for now, but as I said, we'll do our best to be able to assist the displaced victims.
And your best will be what, please?
Will be whatever the Director General of NADMO comes up with.
Chris, thank you very much for joining us this afternoon in Weija. Chris, District NADMO Communications Officer. One now say no extra komo wohono na or say they will do their best. Best. It's okay.